Hey everyone, welcome to Talk with Rose. Sorry, my video started. I'm like, duh, there's no countdown or anything. Maybe I should get one. Okay. Anyways, I wanted to come on here before Gypsy's show talks tomorrow and give my opinion what's going on. But first, before we get to Gypsy's new lies and not taking accountability and all that great stuff she's out there doing, yes, and some more crazy news from Gypsy. Let's really quickly talk about. I was watching Hello Starlight the other night. She made this video a few days ago, and they were talking about. Well, no, Nick was manipulated. No, Nick wasn't. Yes, Nick was. And as you can see, some people are like, Nick was not manipulated. Period. So we're gonna watch the clip real quick of what the prosecution says, and I'm gonna take the prosecution's very own definition, and I'm going to show you how Nick was manipulated with just a couple quick lines using the prosecution's own definition. So this will hold, should, can, might, crush fingers, I don't know, speculation, hold up in court, because I'm going to use the interrogation videos, which will hold up in court. That interrogation videos are evidence. And so let's listen to what the prosecution says. Then let's hear from Nick himself. Okay, here we go. Let's listen to the prosecution, guys.
This is your biggest supporter now. Okay, so here is another clip that Katie Joy put that says Nicholas Godejohn was not manipulated, period.
As part of the facts that Gypsy did have a role. She was the one to ask the defendant to kill her mom. But we have to be careful and separate out what is collaboration.
Okay, this is closing arguments by the prosecution, who, again, their job is to prosecute Nicholas Godejohn as being the mastermind behind the killing, which is not true.
Versus manipulation. Because there could be this sense that because Gypsy was the one that asked the defendant, somehow she manipulated the defendant into killing her mom. Let's think about that for a minute.
Yes,
think about manipulation. It requires some kind of deception.
No.
I want to steal a car. So I tell you, hey, see that car over there? The owner said I could have it. It's okay. Could you just go get it for me? That's manipulation, because we're deceiving.
All right,
versus,
Lucy,
hey, that car over there, I want to steal it. Do you want to do it for me? That's not manipulation.
Okay, let's take his own. You've heard the prosecution's definition. This is how they got Nick, because Gypsy just asked him, right? They made the plan and he did it. No manipulation. Well, let's hear from Nick himself, and then you'll see where the manipulation was. Okay, here's his interrogation.
So Gypsy's telling you about her mom.
Okay, hold on, I gotta rewind it just a few more seconds.
Right.
Because I learned so much about her mom after she.
Okay, hold on. Wow, I gotta rewind this a little bit more.
Because the thing was is that first she asked me more than once because what happened was at first she wanted because the thing was is that she wanted to do it herself.
So first thing is she did want to do it herself, okay, but she's got to manipulate Nick into it. Listen to what Nick says.
But she was too what's the word, not cautious, it's I guess skittish is the word I'm looking for.
Okay.
She didn't want to actually do it.
Okay.
Because she couldn't live with herself doing it.
Okay.
And as for me, I honestly to this day I still feel guilty about it.
Okay.
I do.
Right.
Because I learned so much about her mom after she told me and more about it after actually being able to live with her for a little while.
Right.
I actually realized how great of a mom she was.
Okay, so it kind of makes you feel a little guilty.
No. I feel a lot more guilt than that.
Okay.
Okay, what did Nick just say? No, he doesn't feel guilty. He feels more. Why? Because after living with Gypsy for a few days, he learned that he had just unalived a good mother. So now he felt guilt after the unaliving, but then after living with Gypsy, this is what he says. He talks about,
Okay. Oh, so Gypsy's telling you about her mom.
Yeah.
And then.
Yeah, how
Okay.
she is and her accomplishments and all, yeah.
Okay. So
and
when.
so after Gypsy's mom's unalive and she's living with Nick, now she's bragging it up her good life that she had with her mother. And Nick's mind is blown because for the last year, all he's heard from Gypsy is abuse, monster abuse. I gotta get away. I'm in prison. I can't get away until you come get me. She won't let me leave. So he does it because he literally says in his interrogation, I needed to save her. Why? But then, the guilt sets in after he finds out the true story. So, I would say, according to the prosecution's own definition, that's manipulation right there. Because had Gypsy talked about her mom the way she talked about her while she was alive, because Gypsy villainized her mom to Nick, pushed Nick to do this. And so there you go, prosecution. There's your answer. He was manipulated. And he feels tremendous guilt. And later on, when she leaves, Nick talks to himself and says, I feel so much guilt. How can they punish me more? I've already punished myself. And so I think that proves manipulation right there. All right, let's get on to Gypsy and her current. Okay, I'm trying to figure out how to watch this show because I do agree with some of these creators. I don't want to pay for Lifetime. If I pay for Lifetime to watch her show, then I put money in her pocket, which I don't want to do. So I might take up this other creator's offer. I'm trying to remember what creator it was. I should have wrote her down. She's going to live stream it. Because I'm like, okay, you know what? I don't want to pay for it. I want the information, but I don't want to pay for it because I don't want to put money in Gypsy's pocket. But let's kind of see what Nina has to say, and we'll kind of talk about what I think is actually really going on.
Back on the shenanigans once again.
She is.
But let's watch it.
You actually stated, I am not a celebrity. You said I am a trauma survivor.
I get so many comments and messages constantly saying, you're just out there for fame. And so that couldn't be further from the truth. I was still sitting in prison when I was being talked about all over the internet. I had no control over that. So I was the last person to know that I was well known in the public eye. I went shoe shopping the day of my release, and there was a man that was outside the shoe store snapping photos of me and Gypsy, look at the camera. And I'm like, who is this person? Why does he know my name? Like, I got freaked out by it. And so I was like the last person to know about this pseudo celebrity title. And so I didn't put that on myself. Everybody else did. And then...
Oh, you guys did it, okay? You guys did it. She didn't do it. Now, Nina's going to barely tap in on this, but I will... Because Nina barely says anything about this. But let's remember, yeah, Gypsy, you were in jail, but you were in control of everything. Remember Rachel Garlick? and her TikTok that she created? You sisters for life. You remember the money you got off that TikTok? You remember Rachel Garlick saying TikTok is asking these questions, will you answer them? You're saying you weren't a part of any of that. You're saying you didn't answer those questions? You're saying you didn't know Rachel Garlick created that TikTok? You're saying you didn't receive that money? You're saying you didn't ask people while you were in jail from letters, from TikTok, from everything, for money, for clothes, and apparently your nose job that you were planning while you were in prison, that nose job was not, and I talked about it in the last video, your nose job, turns out it was very planned. It wasn't a spur of the moment thing when you got out to help your self-esteem. It was planned for years. You planned all of this from prison, and now you're pointing the finger at us. Oh, you don't remember Ryan making you a TikTok? And pretending to be you? Preparing for your release? You don't remember that? Him making a TikTok something about with his hands or something and tricking people that he was you? You're going to put that on us.
They want to throw hate at me because they're like, why are we glorifying this?
No, we want to throw hate on you because you said you wanted to be out there helping people, and instead you want to go twerk. And you're upset because we're not enjoying your twerking.
Person, well, you were the one that did it. Like, you know, I wanted to make a point that I've never called myself a celebrity.
You've never called yourself a celebrity, but you acted like one. You first got out of prison, and Nina's gonna touch down on this. You had a camera crew following you. You tried to meet Taylor Swift. And my favorite one is later on when they ask her, what famous person do you want to meet? And she says, oh, Joey King. She played me in the Lifetime, and I never got to meet her because I was in prison. And guess what, Gypsy? Yes, you were in prison. And Joey King requested to meet you and Christy. And because Lifetime didn't give you a dime, you wanted 50% of their profits. You wanted to profit off a movie literally about the act. It's called The Act. It's about the act that's profiting off your crime. And you turned Joey King down. Joey King had to get off a producer, your attitude and everything, off a producer who met you while you were in prison, and she'd known you for years. She'd visited you for years. You could have met Joey King a long time ago. It is your fault Joey King didn't meet you. And why would she want to meet you now? Now also, she's done playing you. She's done figured you out and played you, and she played you good. And so now, why does she want to meet you? You turned her down when she needed you most. She needed you. She needed your story. She needed your voice. She needed you to play you. She needed you, and she needed Christy. And you guys turned her down. Joey King would be meeting you right now if you hadn't turned her down years ago.
I am a trauma survivor.
And celebrities don't just get me. You met Kim Kardashian. You're talking to Paris Hilton. When people get out of prison, celebrities don't say hi to them. Don't congratulate them. Everybody who gets out of prison. When my brother got out of prison, nobody congratulated him. You know you're a celebrity. No, you haven't called yourself a celebrity. That's the only truth you're telling. But you know you're in it for the money. You know you're in it for the fame. And I'm going to talk about in a minute what else you're in it for that nobody's noticing. But you are in it. We'll talk about it in a second.
So the irony of this is when Gypsy was released, she had a camera crew following her. So how is she saying, someone said Gypsy, Gypsy. I was like, who is he? Girl, you knew you had the cameras rolling. You didn't know you were famous? Girl, you had people making whole TikTok pages for you, and you know this.
Yep. Rachel
Why are you
Garlic,
acting brand
Ryan.
new? Furthermore, you're saying you don't want to be famous, but yet you're chasing people that are famous?
Yep.
That's a little odd.
Mm-hmm.
Furthermore, you're selling these stories to TMZ that are just insane. Like this one I seen today. Like this one right here.
I think everybody, let's get, please, 10 million people, give Gypsy her wish. Get off her TikTok. Quit giving her money and make her work at McDonald's. Please make her work for something in this life. Please quit handing her stuff. Oh my gosh, she's never... Of course she says she wants to grind that 9 to 5 at McDonald's. But then again, wasn't Gypsy and Christy in an article a couple weeks ago just saying, what, is Gypsy supposed to work at the Dollar General? And all of a sudden she wants to grind. What, did a PR person get after her for saying, when am I supposed to get a job at Dollar General? And now you're going, okay, crap, I have to admit I want a job at Dollar General. Dang it. All right, new newspaper article. Let me grind that 9 to 5 at McDonald's like a regular person. Come on, 10 million people, give her her wish. Give her her wish. Quit paying her. Go make her work that 9 to 5. Her and her mom grifted through life, and now you're letting her grift through life again. She grifted through, and when she was in prison, Christy and everybody sent her money and paid her bills in prison. She has never once had to literally work for something. She's a manipulator out here because everybody keeps giving her things in life and allows her to just stay home on the internet, manipulating people all day long, trashing people all day long, shutting down anybody who talks about Nick, shutting down real survivors. Pain knows pain. She ain't got the pain. She doesn't know pain. Because if she knew pain, she wouldn't be shutting down Katie Marie. Because pain knows pain. And you'd be joining Katie, and you'd be advocating. But here in this next video, we're going to hear what Gypsy now has to say. When she told the parole board she was going to be an advocate. And that's how she got out early. She said, I'm going to advocate. But let's see what she has to say now. Because here we go with Radiant Brit. This pissed me off.
With all of the Gypsy Rose updates, I have quite a few different things to like her has said, the show that she has been involved in. Let's go over that first, and then we'll go over kind of everything else. This is a whole circus.
I'm
happy.
I'm very happy.
I just think that I would be happy.
So right here, I'll give my 2 cents, my opinion on what I think is going on. So when Gypsy was in prison and doing her interviews, she openly admitted to purposely lying to Ryan, saying she wanted to leave him, she wanted to divorce him, she wanted to be with Ken, she had dreams about Ken, and she was testing Ryan. Well, she's not done testing Ryan. She's just got to keep putting Ryan under them manipulative little tests. The only problem is now she's out of prison. And Christy, I love it when Rod says, this is all your fault, Christy. If Gypsy gets with Ken, it's your fault. Because I said that to a video or two ago. I already said that. Before Rod said it, I said it. I said Christy wanted it. And I'm going to go into it in a minute why Christy wanted it, because it plays into what I think is going on right now.
Happier somewhere else.
Well, don't call Ken. You're probably already talking to him anyway.
And there she goes, putting on the fake tears. Oh, he got me talking to Ken. I gotta play the victim.
I don't want to go through my whole life being the girl that murdered her mother. You know.
Listen.
If you would have showed accountability, and quit your lying. Well, because then if you told the truth, though, because you wanted to shut your mom up, so you could keep a secret if one is dead. That's what I said in my first video I ever made of you. Because I came up with the why you killed your mom. Everybody was wondering why. And you're going to go through your life knowing being like that because you didn't kill her in self-defense. You waited till she went to sleep. And you had somebody surprise attack her. And then he feels guilty about it. Because it turns out she was a good woman.
And Ryan Anderson was quick with the response. He automatically went to Ken. Him automatically going to Ken tells me that Ken was in the atmosphere long before.
Yeah, and they're in the car. And where are they driving to? Is this literally the night she got out of prison? Because they're in the car traveling. Are they traveling back to Louisiana from Missouri? So literally within the first couple of days of her being out of prison, she's testing Ryan. She's playing the victim and crying in front of him instead of crying on the phone. Now she gets to cry in front of him. And she's over there texting.
This clip was filmed. I think Ryan, deep down, like, he doesn't seem like a stupid guy. I think he does seem like a little bit of a weird guy, considering that he was willing to marry Gypsy Rose. But I don't think that he's a stupid guy. I do think that he has some intelligence to him. There is no way that in the back of his mind, it wasn't playing out as a possible alternate ending for things to get this messy, this sloppy, and end in, you know, them getting divorced and the entire nonsense that has been unfolding. He had to have had that in the back of his mind as a possibility.
My story. All right, now let's see what I do with my life.
We're all laughing. Yes, we've seen what you've done with your life. You ruined Kate and Marie's life. You've hurt everybody who's trying to help Nick. You've hurt Ryan badly. You've treated him like crap from literally the moment you got out of prison, and we're about to start seeing that tomorrow because she thinks we're going to sympathize with her once we see the whole thing. She thinks, oh, everybody's going to see this, and they're going to see how me and Ryan talked. They're going to see it. And no, we're just seeing the manipulation, Gypsy. We're seeing it, okay? Yeah, what'd you do with your life? You got a nose job that you planned while you were in prison. You planned on twerking your butt online. You planned on getting a nose job. You planned on treating yourself to life. That's what you planned on. You planned on how many things you were going to do for yourself. And you lied to the parole board.
I have my freedom now. It's new to me.
Captain Gypsy Rose.
Never had a puppy before. I don't know how to cook.
It's so bad.
She never had a puppy before, and she dumped that dog just as quick as she dumped her husband. Let's see what you do with your life, Gypsy Rose.
Yep. Sorry, I forgot the poor doggy. Little Pixie. And now she's planning on getting another dog with Ken? Poor Pixie. Like, really, poor Pixie. I'm sorry your mother ditched you, and she's gonna ditch you for another dog if Ken is still with her. Because, I'm agreeing with Anxious Aunt right now. I think Ken is gone. It's been 4 weeks since she's been to LA. It's been 4 weeks since he went back to Texas. And Anxious Aunt, she's like, is anybody done a welfare check on Ken? Did he even make it back to Texas? Is he still alive? Is he okay? Somebody done a welfare check on Ken? Because Ken ain't talking to you online anymore. Raina ain't talking to you online anymore. What's going on, Gypsy?
And we're seeing it, and nobody likes it. The platform she is standing on is undeserving.
I've already said this. Every platform, every streamer like me, like Britt, like Nina, like everybody, Toddy One Skip, Hello Starlight, we started with 0 followers, 0 likes, 0 comments. We put ourselves out there. We earned every comment. We earned every like. We earned every sub out there. We proved ourselves to you. We showed you who we are. We bore our souls. We talked about stuff. We've played games with you. We've created communities. I have a Discord community where I actually help people. I really do. I got a new Discord. The old one got attacked. We made a new one. It got hacked and everything, so you can't see my year-long channel of venting where people come in and tell their problems. And I always answer you, and other people answer you too. And you get multiple point of views from around the world. Because I'm out there, and I earned every one of those people that are in my Discord. I earned every one of them. And Gypsy got out of prison. She got handed 10 million people. She got handed millions of likes, millions of comments, millions of dollars, millions of this. When creators out there like me are making nothing. We're making nothing. I'm making this video off my own dime, and I'm not getting a penny from YouTube, because I'm not even, look at my earn page. I'm not even affiliated with YouTube at all. I'm not. I may have that 1,000 followers that they require, but I don't have the watch hours and stuff. I don't. I'm doing this for free, guys. And I love it, though. I keep coming here and doing it because I want to.
Nonsensical 3-ring circus, and it's appalling to me that people have given her the level of fame and the status that she has been given.
When people like, nobody knows me, I'm not famous. Katie Marie worked 3 years for hers. She had her Adaptive Kate, where she also helped people too. She advocated too. I don't call myself an advocate, but I probably am, but I don't call myself an advocate. But I'm out there helping people. And Adaptive Kate, between her busy life of being an EMT and working in the hospital and all the volunteer work she does, she's out there putting herself on TikTok. And Gypsy scared her off. And now Britt's going to talk about something else that's going to piss me off really bad, because Gypsy's trying to take another no out of, maybe right here's a good time to talk about what I think is going on. When I saw these clips of Gypsy learning how to ride a bike, learning to swim, learning to drive her dad's boat, you know what I remembered? Do you remember when Gypsy first got out of jail, what'd she say about her sister Mia while she was in prison, or just after she got out of prison? Do you guys remember what she said about her sister Mia? She said she was jealous of Mia. Why? Because Mia had the parents she should have grown up with, because they biologically share the same dad. And Mia got what Gypsy should have gotten. Gypsy should have gotten that life. Well, guess what? Where's Mia now? Because all I see is Gypsy stealing Mia's parents. She's playing 5, 6 years old again. She's learning to ride a bike. She's learning to swim. She's learning to eat In-N-Out burger. She's learning to drive a boat. She's learning to do this, and she's learning to do that. And guess what? You successfully stole Mia's parents. Mia was hugging you a lot in pictures when you first got out, but now all of a sudden Mia's gone. And I'm wondering if we're going to see Mia on the show or what's going on, because to me it looks like jealous little Gypsy stole Mia's parents. You took her parents away. You made her parents start loving you more and giving you that life that you thought you deserved. Oh, you thought that you could have, Gypsy, you could have had me as parents. You knew before you were 14, you knew you weren't supposed to be in that wheelchair. And after you guys moved to Missouri, you knew you were lying. Before you guys got that Habitat house, you could have called up your dad and literally walked to him, and you could have got that life. You could have got that life anytime you wanted it. And now, you didn't want it until now. And now you're going for it. Now that your mom's gone, Nick's in prison, and you're the only one out here telling your story, you're finally standing and taking that life. And you're taking it away from Mia. I'm surprised I'm not seeing Mia in these videos. I think now Mia's upset that jealous little Gypsy, jealous Gyp, took her parents and her life, and now she's the new favorite daughter. And where's poor Nicolette in all of this? Where's poor Nicolette in all this? Well, I hear she's got a good dad, so she's okay. But Gypsy, she's bringing in the fame. So she's definitely Christy's favorite daughter in a way. Or maybe I should pull up that video where Nina's showing that Christy might be being controlled by Gypsy. Because Gypsy's like, when she was in jail, she's like, well, if you don't like me and Ken being together, you're uninvited to the wedding. Manipulation right there. Do what I say. Don't tell me what to do. Do what I say. Or I'm just done with you, okay? And Christy doesn't want to be done with you because Christy does want the fame and the money. Christy's been hungry for the money since Mommy, Dead, and Dearest. She's also mad at the act. I wonder if the act did something recently to make Gypsy at least say she watched the first episode. You know what? Elizabeth Smart, when she got home, she wanted to play herself in the movie. Others, Baby Reindeer that you just laughed at, he played himself. Other survivors, they want their story told, and sometimes they want to be part of their story being told. And all you did was say, I'll only do it if you give me money. Money, or I won't be part of the act. So what did they do now that's making Gypsy say, okay, fine, I at least watched the first episode. It's traumatizing. I guess you didn't laugh like you laughed at Baby Reindeer. You didn't find it funny. You didn't find the act funny. And now you're asking to meet Joey King? Did they finally give you some money secretly under the table or something? Because you can't profit off your crime. Can't. You can't profit off the act. This is after the act. You're profiting right now off the aftermath. This is the aftermath. That's why you can profit off of Lifetime right now. Because this isn't about the act. This is about the aftermath.
Terrified!
See? Look at that. Look at that little wholesome little family picture. Okay, look at that. Where'd it go?
And nobody likes it. Nonsensical 3-ring fame.
You're being followed.
Sex.
Level of serving on or sipping. She
Never know. It's see me. I don't know how to cook.
Hey, what?
It's so bad.
She never had a puppy before, and
I don't know how to cook.
It's so bad.
she never.
Oh, the picture. It was there and then it disappeared. It was showing a picture of Gypsy going down the street and the dad, Rod's there, and then Christy's back here, and this little tiny family. It's like she's 5 again and she's learning to ride a bike, and they're going, yay, Gypsy. And then you see Christy at the pool going, okay, now kick your legs like a frog. You know what? I have never seen a first-time swimmer be told to move their legs like a frog and then do it. And not say, how do I do it? So, am I doing it right? She didn't even question if she was doing it right. She said, now move your legs like a frog. And so she did. I don't know how to move my legs like a frog. I'd be sitting in the pool going, what? Like, what? Show me. How do we do? You know, I have never seen a first-time swimmer be able to be told to do something in the water and do it. It actually, people go to swimming classes because it takes that long to learn how to swim. So how does Gypsy know how to swim? Because she does. And doesn't she have pictures when she was younger with bikes? And she's also riding a bike pretty good for a first-timer. You know, for a first-timer, she's doing great on all these first-time things, except for cooking. Because somehow, now that's the big question up in the air. What did her and her mom eat if neither of those two can cook? I don't get.
I had a puppy before, and she dumped that dog just as quick as she dumped her husband. Let's see what you do with your life, Gypsy Rose. And we're seeing it, and nobody likes it.
No.
The platform she is standing on is undeserving, a nonsensical three-ring circus, and it is that
hadn't had a sex life to speak of.
She hasn't had a sex life to speak of. Because you're dirty, Gypsy. People don't... That's not a goal in life. To get a sex life to speak about. We don't... If you were advocating... We don't care. We don't... I don't even like songs about people's sex lives. Why is a goal in your life to have a sex life to speak of? To literally speak of? Because that just makes me sick that you're like, well, I know I wasn't be able to talk about Dan, you know, and she got Dan shunned in their little cosplay circle. Because Dee Dee's like, no, Gypsy's under 18, Dan's 35, and he's touching a kid. When she wasn't, she really was 19. But they got Dan blacklisted. And so she wasn't able to talk about Ryan, or not she wasn't able to talk about Nick, because Nick's parents are like, you guys, we got a kid in the house. Shh. Quit squeaking and squeakers. Quit squeaking. This little kid is here and you're squeaking. And so she's like, oh, nobody wants to talk about me and Nick having sex. No. And now Christy's like, you're going to see Christy congratulate her in a minute for consummating the marriage. Oh, yay, Gypsy, you got a sex life. Tell me about it. Come on, hug me. Hug me. You're having sex. Yes, yes, yes. Goals in life. Sex.
Ryan, the D is fire.
We consummated our...
Yeah, but you got to talk about Ryan. You're like, the day is fire.
marriage.
High five. She's like, I consummated it, baby. Okay, after you get married, do you walk up to your parents going, yeah, we consummated it this weekend? You know? That's not what you do. You don't come home from your honeymoon and going, boom, we did it. We consummated it. Yeah. You don't go high-fiving your brothers, your sisters, your mom, your dad. You don't go typing it online. Yeah, D is fire. No. What goes on behind closed doors is special and between you and your partner.
Am I at risk for dangerous people? I've been getting death threats.
We're being followed.
I bet you somebody in Lifetime was following them.
Call the police.
My biggest fear is going back to prison. There are so many people just waiting to get me in trouble.
No, we're waiting for you to advocate and change your life like you said. You said you wanted a second chance. You asked us for a second chance, Gypsy. And all you've done is dump Ryan, ditch your dog, get a nose job, get a tattoo, twerk on the internet, try and get a sex life you can brag about.
Listen, people can't just get you in trouble. If you're not breaking the law, people can't.
Exactly. Unless they lie. People can get you in trouble if they lie. People can lie. But, Gypsy, you're being recorded. We can tell if people are lying or not.
Just get you in trouble. Now, if you're being messy on social media and you decide to step too far to the wrong person, then that could end badly, and I'm never...
Yeah, when you go on social media and you tell somebody, say that to my face. Okay, that is kind of threatening, by the way. That's kind of threatening.
Here for going real life or any of the above. But if you are going out of your way to be this messy, you might piss off the wrong person. But what would be a solution to that?
So I don't want to play her whole video and be accused of stealing it. We talked about the Ryan Fridge thing in my last video, so if you want to talk, because I wonder if Ryan's being manipulative and deceptive too. And so I talked about that in my last video, because there is a problem with Ryan's Fridge. There is. But I don't want to go over it again. I don't want to play Radiant Brit's whole video, because I don't want to... Okay, but I want to get to this one part that pisses me off. We're going to get to this one part.
How about you?
Quite honestly, I'm starting to feel like they want a perfect victim, and there is no such thing as a perfect victim. In their mind, the perfect victim would have died.
No, we're not looking for a perfect victim, but a victim, a true victim, pain sees pain, would have empathy and humility. And I did the Mother's Day video that talks about Gypsy and her lack of humility. Okay, you have zero humility, Gypsy. Victims live in a life of humility because people are always pushing them to take accountability and stuff and blaming them. And you won't take accountability for what you did. You're being defensive 100%. There's zero accountability for what you did do. The only thing you'll say is, well, I kind of tell Nick to save me from my mom. We had a small conversation. And then that's where the plan started. But it was all Nick. Take accountability. You brought the BDSM. Ruby was created for Dan, not Nick. Dan testified in Nick's case. Tell the truth. That's all we want. We want the truth. We don't want a perfect victim. We want a victim. If you are a victim, in my opinion, for entertainment purposes and all of that, and allegedly a victim. Somebody asked me on my comments about, do all victims have to be advocates? No, they don't. No, they don't. It's brave to be a victim every day in life, and you have to brave life however you can brave it. And whether that's getting on a platform like me and Katie Marie, or that's like you can just stay home and watch and heal and just quietly help people in your community and just be a good person in society and just go to your counseling and adapt into society. Or you can just volunteer in your area or something. If Gypsy came out and didn't do any interviews in any Lifetime show and said, I just want to start my advocacy, and if you guys notice me, you notice me. If you don't, you don't. Then nobody would be hating her if she came out and she quietly donated to... And then she went out and she created some advocate channel and was like, every day you hop on that channel and you work it like a job and you talk about, and I play games on my Twitch and stuff with people, and I tell people when they come in and they say my life sucks, Rose, I say, do you want to talk about it? Do you want to game with me? Whatever you want to do, whatever makes you comfortable. Do you feel like opening up and talking to people? Do you want my Discord link? Because in Discord we have 2 sections. One called venting, where you can vent and we'll answer your problem, and one called confessions, where it hides your name. You could tell your story, but nobody sees your name. Nobody pins the story to you. And nobody tries to even guess. We just answer your problem and respect your privacy. And so you have 2 choices in my Discord. You can go private so that you feel like your problem gets solved, but nobody's looking at you specifically. So you don't feel like you're being looked at, but your problem got solved. And so you have multiple options in my stream when you come in and you tell me that your life sucks. You could just come in and chill and talk to us, chill and play a game with us, get away from whatever life is giving you, whatever life handed you. You could just come and chill. Just come chill.
And so now that I survived and the perpetrator of the abuse is the one that died, then I'm getting the hate.
Or people just don't want to make you a celebrity. People are realizing, like, the people that are platforming Gypsy Rose are so unintelligent and just in their own world. They can't understand, okay, Gypsy did not have a perfect childhood. Nothing about that was okay, assuming everything that actually has been alleged happened, which that's a whole nother conversation. People can acknowledge that and give sympathy for that while also saying she's not doing anything with her platform. Since she has come out, she has been nothing but...
She twerked on it. She twerked on it.
Messy, cruel, snarky, jumping in live streams, jumping in comments, posting, deleting, addressing haters, not addressing haters. It's just been a 3-ring circus. And if you're going to put on a 3-ring circus, the internet is going to give commentary on that. And she wants only good things.
Yep. Because we talked about that in one of my last videos, how she's manipulating everybody. Give me a good comment or I'm going to pull back and I'm going to take a mental break from the internet. And then I'll come back and I'll see if you're ready to give me good comments. And if you're not, I'm going to pull back again until you're ready. Till you learn to give me good comments. And I'm going to keep blaming you for me needing a mental break.
Because if you're not, then you're blaming. She hasn't comprehended that's not how social media works. Now, I also want to read the statement that she released, and then I'd also like to read a comment exchange that I was sent on over on Instagram. Don't ask me to relive my trauma for your personal curiosity. Don't.
This letter, I hate this letter. My favorite part of it is right there where she said, by the way, I do have a degree in criminal justice and forensic psychology. And by me helping victims, I'm exercising that degree. Because I'm not able to go get a job. I have pain and stuff in my body. I have chronic problems. I have a hard time working a 9-to-5 job. I have a hard time sitting in a chair all day. I have a lot of pain. So my choice is to become a streamer. I became a streamer 9 years ago, and then I took an 8-year break, and now I'm back. And 7-8 year break, and then I came back. I've been back for 1.5 years now. And my thing was, I'm going to go get a YouTube channel and I'm going to help people with their personality types and I'm going to help them with their problems. And this is how I'm going to exercise my degree that I got. So my degree doesn't go to waste because I don't want all my hard work of my criminal justice degree. So I thought about putting it behind me for the stream. I think we just repainted our house. So I think it's downstairs. Maybe next I'll have it, but I have my degree, and I thought about putting it behind me.
Demand no answers to questions that I have that have no relevance in your
Because we have a little shelf in our living room, and my husband's degrees are on like the right side, and my degrees are on the left side, and so we display our college degrees. So when you first come into our house, you see a family picture and our college degrees, because we're proud of our college degrees.
Your life. Don't expect me to have overcome my past on your time. Don't tell me about my mistakes.
Oh yeah, what she says, where I was going with that about my degree and stuff, is she says that social media, they do not have any psychological education to back up their claims. Okay, you don't know that we don't, okay? I do have psychological education, okay? And despite multiple psychiatrists specializing in MBP, such as Dr. Mark Feldman, who interviewed for 2017 HBO's Mommy's Dead Dearest, after reviewing my medical records obtained for my case, he had high belief that my mother indeed had MBP. Okay, first of all, your mother is unalived, so you can't diagnose a person that's gone. So there's where that she indeed had. And then there's the word belief, okay? Belief. He believes. Gypsy, it's a belief. I made a small TikTok 60-minute video about this, making fun of it. It's a belief, Gypsy. A belief is not a diagnosis. I can believe I have cancer or whatever, but then I can go get an MRI and find out I don't. Okay, you know what? I just had I'm at that age where I finally a couple months ago, because I'm at this age, and my grandma's had breast cancer and her mother died of breast cancer. So I was worried. There was that belief that I could have cancer. So I went and got all my checkups. I called my doctor and I said, it's time for those checkups. And I went and did that checkup and that checkup and that checkup and the mammograms and all that. And I spent 2 weeks doing all my checkups. And I got a letter back and it said, you're clean. And I said, okay. That belief is now gone because I don't have cancer. I'm not going to fall in line with my grandma and my great-grandmother who did. Thank God. But it's just a belief until it's actually diagnosed, Gypsy, or not diagnosed. And a belief is just a belief, and that's it, end of story. Nobody's talking about that word belief. Everybody's been reading this letter, and everybody's been bypassing that word belief. And so I had to make a TikTok video about it, and now I'm talking about it on YouTube. Watch the wording. Belief. Okay? You can believe all you want. A belief is not a diagnosis. It doesn't make it true.
I've shared my story in the hopes if only to have any psychological education. 2017 for my case. So here's the whole thing. Gypsy doesn't understand that, like, if you want to make money off of being an MVP advocate and sharing that part of your story, then actually do it and stop being messy. That's not being sloppy. Where comments of you clapping back at people level of therapy awareness or making top of that, you bully other people, hypocrite. And for the time being, she's advocating. I don't see any advocating on how to like the limelight now that husband for this dude over here. So this comment exchange, Gypsy claims that she was basically bullied off of, I guess, what she had planned, whatever that was. Someone said, this is a joke. No survivor acts like this. Yes, everyone heals differently, but pretending to be an MPD survivor and advocate when you're only advocating for yourself isn't what
she's advocating for making prison makeup and making prison food. That's what and twerking. That's what I see her advocating. And advocating for, she's advocating for surgery. If you don't like a part of your body, go fix it. Go get surgery. You know what? Everybody in this world, nobody thinks they have a perfect body. Nobody. I have never met. It's really hard to find a confident person out there who likes their body. For my age and for having 5 kids, I have a pretty damn good body, and most people are jealous of me. But there are things about my body I don't like. But look at this body after 5 kids, and no surgeries, no operations, no special diets. This is just genetics, baby. No, I'm not bragging, sorry. But the thing is even people view me, and I've had people yell at me saying, you make me sick. Look at all the kids you've had, and you look like that. And I can't believe you look like that, and I look like this after 2. And you look like that after 5. And they try and guilt me and make me feel bad for having this body. And it gets to my self-esteem sometimes, and I hate my body. But I'm not gonna go get it fixed, Gypsy. I'm glad you got your nose fixed, whatever. It's still really big at the base. You probably should have not just got the rhinoplasty. You probably should have kind of shrunk that in. Done a little Michael Jackson thing or something. I don't know.
Survivorship and advocacy is about. Fully agree with that. Gypsy's response, where she claims that she was bullied. Exactly why I'm telling people to not expect that from me. I am a survivor of abuse, whether people believe me or not. It's not their life, it's mine. So having a hope that I could have been an advocate was just that, a hope that was crushed by a society who only want.
See, this makes me sick. She is now saying, I can't be an advocate anymore, guys. You bullied me out of it. She's taking a chapter out of Kate's book. Kate deleted her TikTok because she got bullied out of being an advocate. But now Gypsy is claiming she's the one who got bullied out of being an advocate. Not Kate, her. Even though we know Gypsy bullied Kate out of it, now she's trying to flip the script and say, no, it was me. Don't expect me to be an advocate anymore, guys. You bullied me. 1 million people hated me, and 9 million liked me, and 9 million people wanted me to be an advocate, but 1 million hated me. It's like, dude, a tenth of your viewers hate you? Who doesn't have a tenth of their viewers that hate them? I don't always get likes. I get thumbs down on my videos. But I don't cry about every thumbs down. I actually laugh. I'm like, oh my god, I got a thumbs down, you guys. It's like, because if you get a thumbs down, please don't give me a thumbs down, though. In a way. Because it does screw up the algorithm. My message doesn't get around. But when I do get an authentic thumbs down, I kind of think, I wonder what part of the video they hated. What made them put that thumbs down? I just have a curiosity about it. I'm just like, okay, that video got a thumbs down. The other videos didn't, but that video, that one video, what did I do in that video? And it's not out of, I'm not crying over it. I'm not victimizing myself over that thumbs down. I just have this natural curiosity of, hey, something got me a thumbs down. There's something I said, something I did. Something got me a thumbs down. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. But it doesn't stop me from being an advocate.
Wanted a perfect victim. And because I am flawed, I was shown that I'm not good enough. Long story short, I was bullied out of the possibility. You know how recently...
So now she's got her reason to continue shaking her butt and being a celebrity. How come she didn't get bullied out of being a celebrity? She's still doing her Lifetime show. She's still doing interviews. She's still talking to TMZ. She's still doing articles. How come she didn't get bullied out of being a celebrity, but she got bullied out of being an advocate? That doesn't make sense. The math isn't mathing, guys. Because then she should have been bullied. Because she's up there going, I didn't say I was a celebrity. Oh my God, I'm not a celebrity. I'm a victim. You should have got bullied out of being a celebrity. You shouldn't do any more interviews. You should be afraid to do interviews because it makes you look like a celebrity. Every interview you do, every red carpet walk you do, every season you make for Lifetime, it makes you look like a celebrity. Every celebrity you try and meet and call or text, it makes you look like a celebrity. But you're not bullied out of that. People are hating on you for that. But you're bullied out of being an advocate. When all those people said is they wanted you to be an advocate. They're yelling for you. Go and tell your story then. Get on your platform and tell your story. Share your story and talk to victims. And all you did was bully Kate and other victims. Bully anybody. Right now, you got a lawsuit against Fancy. Why? Because she didn't give you money. The act didn't give you money. Fancy didn't give you money. So now you're suing for it. You're divorcing Ryan. And all you're looking is money hungry, Gypsy. You said you didn't want that $6,000 until Ryan got it. Now you want it. You're trying to get spousal support off Ryan, even though you're making money off of Lifetime and interviews and other things, and you're getting paid for all these interviews. And all you're doing is trying to go around the world and get money out of people. You and Christy, you just want money. No, you probably don't want meant to be a celebrity or want to be a celebrity. You just want the money. It's just all about money for you, Gypsy. You refuse to meet Joey King over money. You could have met Joey King. Joey King needed you. She needed. Most people, when they play somebody in a movie, that person is gone. They're no longer here. And so they have to meet with family and watch videos. Because they never get... Usually, people don't make movies while somebody's alive. But you were alive and she tried to meet you. She needed you to prepare for the role. And what'd you do? You turned her down. Oh my gosh. You're exhausting, Gypsy. You're terribly exhausting. Because this is all exhausting. You being the ultimate victim. You're the only one who could be a victim. You're crying because people don't see you as the perfect victim, because that was your goal, wasn't it? To be the perfect victim. And so now you're crying over it. You're like, I'm getting bullied for being the perfect victim. You're like, you meant to make money and have fame off of being the perfect victim. You shut down Kate's community. She asked you to join her community and you shut it down. Because your community is the only one that can stand. Because you don't want to be bullied. No, you don't want to be bullied for being the perfect victim. You want to be the one and only perfect victim. Tomorrow we're going to see it. You're crying because you text Ken and Ryan knows it. And you're going, no, I didn't. No, I didn't, Ryan. I didn't do it. Quit being mean to me. But they have video proof of Gypsy in the same interview saying, I'm not afraid of Ryan. I was never afraid of Ryan. And then she has the gall to say, it isn't true what the media is saying about Ryan, about the fridge and everything, and the snoring and the sweating and all that. She's blaming that on the media. Well, the media said that. It's not true. The media said it. I wish I could find all these clips. There's so many clips I want to show. And I don't want to be accused of taking somebody else's content, because I'm not. I just need that clip to show you my point of view. What I'm seeing through this clip. I see this clip and then I sit there and say, jealous little thing, you jealous little victim, you stole Mia, your own sister's. Your sister liked you, and then you stole her parents. You're like, Dad's taking me on the boat today. I get to drive the boat today. Dad's taking me to ride a bike today. Mom's taking me swimming because it's my first time. And you're still into me as parents, you jealous little thing. Little Miss Jealousy. You live your life being jealous of others. You lived your life with your mom being jealous of everybody else. You sat in that chair and you were jealous, but you weren't brave enough to stand up and walk out of that situation. You manipulated somebody to take the fall for you getting out of that situation. You just wanted, there is a third comment you put up on that Facebook post that nobody talks about. You said the girl is dead too. Because you wanted people to think you were dead. You didn't want anybody to look for you. You wanted to go hide out. But then you saw that Nick wasn't perfect when you got to his bedroom. And his parents were like trying to teach you how to cook because you didn't know how to cook. You couldn't cook macaroni and cheese right. You were squeaking it upstairs in front of their little child. You wanted to just have a sex life to brag about. And nobody wanted to listen to you. So you put some Facebook posts up and framed Nick. And when I saw those interrogation videos. You guys are trying to sue Fancy right now because she broke up with you guys after she saw the interrogation videos. And you guys are mad that she spread those interrogation videos all over the internet and thankfully showed the world the truth. I appreciate that Fancy did that because I saw those. And I saw how you were saying, okay, I'll talk to the officer, but then I gotta, I gotta go home and get my stuff from Nick's house and go home to Missouri. You're like, you didn't, and then as soon as he said, no, you're going to jail. I'm charging you, you little liar, I'm charging you. You're like, I'm sick. No, wait, I'm sick, I'm on meds. You never once said anything about meds, abuse, anything until he said, you're going to jail because your lies didn't work. And he said, nope, done with you, you little liar. You're being charged. That cop was so angry. That cop, he went in there feeling sorry for you, thinking you were a victim. And then he found out that you weren't. And he was fired up and mad at you because they bought you that fish. They put you in a room with a couch. They treated you like royalty in a police station. They left the door open. The cop casually talked to you. Nick was in a room with the door closed, in a chair. Most of the time, he didn't have a blanket. He was tired. He didn't get 1 ounce of sleep. He told the lady during the interrogation, I'm trying to answer your question truthfully, but I am tired. I am so tired. I haven't got to sleep tonight. While you're sleeping with your little fishy pillow over there, on your little fishy pillow, because they felt sorry for you. I bet you they want to take that fish and rip it out of your hands as soon as they found out the truth, you little perpetrator. You're not a victim, you're a perpetrator. Or two can be true at once. Victims turn to perpetrators, and it's sad. You don't perpetrate others just because you were victimized. If you're a true victim, you stay victim. You don't turn perp. You stay victim, and you go heal. Your counselor needs to be fired. Whoever your counselor is. Your probation officer needs to be called because he's not doing a good enough job. He's got 18 months to work with you before you get off probation. And he needs to send you to heavier counseling. And you need to stop these interviews. You need to stop these interviews, and you need to stop telling people what to do. And you need to stop saying stuff like, I'm not going to be controlled. Because somebody telling you what to do in life is not because they're trying to control you. It's because we've lived life, and we're trying to tell you, you're about to go down the wrong road, by the way. Don't do that. You're about to do something stupid. And you're just like, nope, I won't be controlled by you. I'm going to go do it. And if you stop me, I'll never talk to you again. I'll leave your house. You got your mom, your stepmom under your thumb. You're threatening her. You don't get to come to me and Ken's wedding. You want to help me pick out a wedding dress? You want to plan my wedding? Then do everything I say. You're going to be like the worst bridezilla in the world, by the way. But don't go do a TV show on it. Please don't go on Bridezilla's. Please don't. You're doing too much TV already. We're sick of it. I mean, the only reason why... Hi, what's up, Marshall? Do you look at chat? Yeah, sorry, I am. Nobody was talking, but I do look at chat. I want to chat with people. I keep looking over and nobody's talking, and it's like, oh, I'll just do my thing, I guess. Hopefully you're still there. What's up, Marshall? Do you got any 2 cents to put in on this? Oh, man, because this stuff is crazy. I do look at chat. I hope you didn't go away. Because sometimes it takes me a minute to look at chat. I'm sorry. Because lately, nobody's been coming on chat. Some people came on chat a couple of my streams. And then lately, there's been nobody. So I get out of the habit of looking at chat when nobody comes in. Because I was looking over going, oh, nobody's chatting. Oh, well, I'll just give you guys the info and I'll read your comments later, I guess. I mean, I guess maybe you're not there still. But yeah, the biggest thing that pisses me off about all of this is she's saying she got bullied out. So now she's got the perfect excuse not to, why she's not going to follow. So when the parole board says, well, you said you're going to be an advocate. Why aren't you being an advocate? She just gave herself the excuse, the door out. I got bullied out of it. I'm not the perfect victim. And so nobody wanted me to be an advocate. No, you came out and you said, I want to get tattoos and I want to get a nose job and I want to twerk and I want to smile on Snapchat and I want to play around and then I'll get around to being an advocate. And everybody was just like, no. You do that in between being an advocate. Because you know what? People can't wait for you to be an advocate. People's lives are going to hell right now. Because I did accidentally see on that interview, she did tell us when she got out that she's like, I'm going to be an advocate later. I just want to have fun first. But now you got your excuse. Congratulations, Gypsy. You don't have to be an advocate. You have your excuse. Congrats. Congrats. You found your excuse. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope maybe what I said at the beginning can help Nick. If you guys see this, if people see my video, maybe it'll help Nick. Because I did answer the prosecution's question. He was manipulated. Just show that part of the interrogation video and remind people in the closing arguments that that was manipulation. So hopefully people can use that. I love you guys. Look me up, Talk with Rose. I'm on either Talk with Rose or Talk with Rose 16. I got TikTok, I got Twitch, I got YouTube, I got Snapchat, and then what is that one? Instagram. The Instagram. The Insta, yeah, the Instagram thing. I got it all. I think Talk with Rose 16 on Instagram. Or 116, one of those. Basically look for Talk with Rose. I'm there. Except for apparently, I'm not the only one who decided to use that name. I'm not the only Rose in this world. But, because somebody did try and use the name Talk with Rose, I guess. I looked it up when I wanted to brand myself that to make sure nobody else had branded themselves that in this world. Somebody tried to, but they didn't really go far with it. So I thought, okay, I can take the handle and run with it. Because they didn't go far with it, so... Just look for Talk with Rose everywhere. except for Discord, is I think it's just Rosebud Family. Let me know. And, you know, and I'm Talk with Rose 16. No, Talk with Rose 116 at gmail.com. Or is it Talk with Rose? I think it's Talk with Rose 116 at gmail.com. I need to look at my own email. It's either 116 or 16, but I think it's 116. Because I either use one of those two numbers, 16 or 116. But it's one of those numbers. Sorry, I need to look at my own email. And so, just let me know. Or just comment on this video. I watch comments, and I comment back. And so, and if we get into a good enough conversation, I'll make a video about it. If I think, yeah, this does need to be expounded on, thanks, I'll make a video on it. I've done that before for another person who was commenting. And I said, okay, we were chatting back and forth. We had like 7 comments back and forth each other. And I said, I'm going to make a video about this just for you, just to answer what we were talking about, you know, victims, and do they need to be streamers? Do they need to be advocates? No, they don't. Because you heal how you need to heal. Everybody heals differently. Some people heal by helping others, and that's me. I love to help other people. It's my calling in this world. My calling is to share my pain and feel your pain and give you hope. All right, thank you. Love you guys. Stay warm, stay safe, stay happy, and definitely stay loved, because you are so very loved by me and that. And you matter. Just remember that. You matter.